Hello dear aspirants and welcome to EduTap. So guys, in this series we are preparing for Himachal Pradesh Administrative Services, and this section we will be discussing preparation strategy for the HPS Mains 2021. And guys, this is for English language. So there have been previous sessions for the same where we discussed the previous year paper, and in this session we'll be discussing different sections of this paper and we'll try to solve it together. So let's jump into the session, guys. Now, obviously, there are 5 sections in this paper. First one being English grammar that we have discussed already. Second is usage of vocabulary. Third is business communication, composition of a letter or a report. Fourth is comprehension, and fifth is precis writing. So we have already done first part, we have already done second part. Today we'll be taking up the fourth section before so that we can discuss the comprehension, and then from next section onwards we'll be discussing letter writing and precis writing, right? So let's look at the comprehension of unseen passages, what type of passages they throw at you, and how to solve those passages, how to figure out the answers. So this is a previous year paper from the year 2019, and let's try to solve the passages and let's try to figure out the answers. So guys, please understand these are not objective type questions. I mean, they're not multiple choice questions. They're descriptive answers where you have to write your answer elaboratively. If you look at the weightage for every question, for 3 marks, for 3 marks, for 2, and for 2 marks. So guys, you have to present your answers elaboratively. You cannot just write one line and figure out that that's your answer. And obviously copy paste would be considered wrong, and that would lead to deduction of marks. So let's look at the questions first, guys. Before we start reading the passage, always read the questions first so that you get an idea about the passage, the backdrop of the passage, the underlying backdrop of the passage, so that you can understand the whole concept. So question number 1, according to the passage, which is dark side of storytelling? Okay. Question number 2, according to the passage, what is the function of ARG? Third, what is the position of human brain in comparison to the technology? And fourth, what should be the real function of the stories? Okay, so let's read the passage, guys. Of course, storytelling has a darker side too. So he started the passage that storytelling has a darker side too. That means if it gives you a good side, a bright side, then there is a dark side too. Right? It makes us vulnerable to conspiracy theories, advertisements, and narratives about ourselves that are more truthy than true. That means, storytelling makes us vulnerable to conspiracy theories, advertisements, and narratives about ourselves that are more truthy than true. Right? That means they are unreal. Everything is in the eye of the beholder. That's how we perceive things. Right, wrong, sin, good, duty, responsibility, love, hate. All of these depend on who is looking. Now, new forms of stories generate their own new sets of problems, which require yet more solutions. So new forms of stories generate their own new sets of problems, which require yet more solutions. Now, alternate reality games, ARG. Okay, so that's what they are calling ARG. Alternate reality games, like games we see these days, PUBG and all that. So they are alternate reality games, are interactive networked narratives that use the real world as a platform and uses transmedia storytelling to deliver a story that may be altered by participants' ideas or actions. That's true. We have seen the bad effects of these games and the storytelling. The human brain has been on a slower evolutionary trajectory than the technology. Yes, this is one of the questions. Human brain has been on a slower evolutionary trajectory than the technology, and our brains still respond to content by looking for the story to make sense out of the experience. Yes, it is very important that we revisit storytelling in a serious manner and ensure that stories remain authentic human experiences. Right? They should not be fake or they should not be made up. So let the stories leapfrog the technology and bring us to the core of human experience about collaboration and connection. Yes. All right, guys. So how to figure out the answers? Let's try to solve the passages. According to the passage, which is the dark side of storytelling? I think this was given in the first couple of lines. Yes, storytelling has a darker side too. So what is the darker side? Sometimes and these days, storytelling makes human beings, not vulnerable. You should not copy the words as it is. They make us, we are prone to conspiracy theories and other such narratives that that make us believe about ourselves that was something which is not true, right? If you see an advertisement telling that you can do everything, a human being can be more than a human being, obviously there would be some people who start actually believing that. See, we have been seeing, for some time now, starting from these cartoons which has bad effects on kids, and then these alternate reality games that have bad impacts on the mindset of the children. So we can mention all that, right? Not specific examples, but obviously. So which is the dark side of storytelling? The dark side is it makes us vulnerable to conspiracy theories, advertisement, narratives about ourselves that are not true. Everything is in the eye of the beholder, right, wrong, sin, good, duty, responsibility. All of these depend on who is looking. So new forms of story generate their own sets of problems which require yet more solutions. So, when people are prone to believing what they see, obviously we look at something and we believe it. We try to make sense out of it. And if we try to connect with it, then it takes you to an unreal place. So that is the answer for question number one. Question number two, what is the function of ARG? Now, the function of ARG are basically it's an acronym for alternate reality games, which are interactive network narratives that use the real world as a platform and uses transmedia storytelling to deliver a story that may be altered by participants' ideas or actions. So that is the answer for question number two. That is the function of ARG. They create unreal imaginary world in the minds of the end user, and it uses as a real world as a platform to lay out the interactive networked narratives that may be altered by the participants' ideas or actions. So you can build up your answer from there. Question number three, what is the position of human brain in comparison to the technology? I think, yes, this is the answer. The human brain has been on a slower evolutionary trajectory than the technology, and our brains still respond to content by looking for the story to make sense out of the experience. So it is very important that if we revisit the storytelling. So this is something different. So this is answer for question number three, that the position of human brain is much slower in terms of evolution, where when we compare it with the technology that is going on around us. So our brains still respond to the content by looking for the story to make sense. That means if it is unreal, we will believe in unreal. If it is telling us about ghosts, we will start believing ghosts. If it starts telling about you can be rich overnight, you start believing that you will be rich overnight. So it has bad impacts. That was the answer for question number three. And question number four, according to the passage, what should be the real function of the stories? Yes, so the real function should be that it should be revisited and it should be revamped, so that it one can ensure that the stories remain authentic human experiences. It does not lead to fancy unbelievable experiences out there, and we should not depend. So let the stories leapfrog the technology and bring us to the core human experience about collaboration and connection. So that's what he wants to say, that stories should be real. They should be more about collaboration and connection. Instead, it should not be unreal and create phobias or conspiracy theories or narratives which are not true about ourselves. That was the answer for question number four. That was the first passage. So it was a good one. But if you understand it carefully, I mean, it is easy for you to answer the questions. But remember, guys, you cannot just cut, copy, paste the answers. You have to frame the answers in your own words, right? Now, this is the second passage that was given. So again, it was 4 questions for 10 marks. See, again, it was a descriptive type of answering. So we have to be careful while looking for answers. So let's read the questions first. According to the passage, what makes human beings appreciate multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous learners? Okay. Second question is, what is the culture of excellence and how it can be achieved? Okay. Third is, what is an unending life cycle phenomenon? And fourth is, what are the advantages of developing reading habits from an early age? All right. I think it is. The passage is about habit of reading and how it impacts you. So let's read the passage, guys. Friends, reading habits from young age and continuous acquisition of knowledge through books indeed make human beings appreciate multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous learners. First, let me talk about the culture of excellence. I think this was another question. Friends, excellence is not by accident. It is a process where individuals, an organization, or a nation continuously strive to better themselves. They set the performance standards themselves. They work on their dreams with focused concentration and are prepared to take planned risks and do not get discouraged by disappointments as they move towards the realization of their dreams to reach the original targets. Then they set up their dreams as they tend to reach the original targets. They strive to work to their potential, and in the process, they increase their performance, thereby multiplying further potential. This is an unending life cycle phenomenon. Yes, so this is the phenomenon that they're talking about. There was a question on this, and they are not in competition with anyone else but themselves, right? So let's now answer the questions, guys. What makes human beings appreciate multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous leaders? So the answer is making reading habits. To have a reading habit from a young age and continuous acquisition of knowledge through books make human beings appreciate multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous learners. So that was the answer. A habit of reading. So habit of reading makes a person appreciate multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous learners. And if the habit has been inculcated from an early age, you tend to become autonomous learners, right? Second question, guys, what is the culture of excellence and how it can be achieved? So culture of excellence, I think this is the answer. Now, this cannot be achieved by accident. It is a process which which has to be taken up by intent. Now, under this process, individuals or organization or a nation continuously strive to better themselves. They set some standards and then they work on their dreams with focused concentration without worrying about the outcomes. They take planned risks and do not get discouraged by disappointments as they move towards realization of their dreams. And that is what is called the culture of excellence. So that is your answer for second question. Third is, according to the passage, what is an unending life cycle phenomenon? That was also given. See, after you become autonomous learners and you strive to attain, excellence, you get into the habit of culture of excellence. What they do is, then they keep on repeating the same process. They set some dreams. They tend to reach the original targets. They strive to work to their potential, and in the process, they increase their performance, thereby multiplying their further potential, and this is an unending life cycle phenomenon. So that is the answer for your question number 3 that was clearly given in the passage. And fourth, according to the author, what are the advantages of developing reading habits from an early age? So there were many which have been given. Now the first is appreciating multiple aspects of societal life and become autonomous learners. Then you attain a culture of excellence. Right. And in the culture of excellence, you start setting your goals, you start taking planned risks, and you achieve your targets. And then this becomes part of your life, part and parcel of your life. And that is how you, get into the habit of an unending life cycle phenomenon where you every time strive to reach excellence. So it can be an individual, it can be an organization or a nation which tends to take up this process or this phenomenon. So that was your answer number 4, which was hidden all over the passage. So guys, such passages are given in your mains and you have to basically elaborate your answers. You have to describe your answers to write an answer which is obviously it should be correct as when we talk about the content. You cannot use any information that is not given in the passage, but you can read between the lines and form opinions or inferences that is based on the information that is given in the passage. So guys, that is how you solve these reading comprehension passages within 15-20 minutes, and let's say you spend 15 minutes more to write the answers as well. So make sure that you're in a habit of writing your answers. Elaborating articulation should be your forte, and I hope that this will help you with your preparation strategy for this year, right? So guys, that is it for this session today. Today we discussed unseen comprehension passages from the previous year and how to solve them, how to figure out the answers, and how to frame your answers. You cannot just copy paste it. It is a process where we need elaboration. So guys, I think this session was helpful. And if you wish to contact us for our courses, guys, the link for our courses and Telegram channel has been given in the description of the video. please go check it out. And if you wish to contact us, please feel free to do so. This is our contact number, 8146207241. You can call us during the office hours, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. So guys, till then, we'll be, till your exam, we'll be conducting these sessions for your better preparation strategy and your insights into your drafting and you framing your answers in the exam. So guys, keep on working hard, and I wish you all the very best for your endeavors in life. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy learning to all of you guys.